Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a very important game here in the 3rd and 4th place matchup in the TSL3. If Empire.Kas wins this, he will be $3,000 richer and have an auto berth into the TSL4. He is our blue Terran in the south position, but if HasuObs wins it, he will stay alive, and we will be forced into a 7th and final game where everything will come down to that one, and he will be $3,000 richer. So both of these guys, a lot on the line. HasuObs has a few extra steps to take if he wants to take the 3rd place position. Kas, he can clean things up and finish it right here.
All right, so HasuObs there. My sound cut out a little bit, so hopefully I'm not reintroducing the players, but HasuObs on the center left side and on the bottom center side is going to be Empire.Kas. And DJ, we were mentioning a little bit, I guess it's not really a pregame show, but kind of between games while we were gearing up for the next game, that the map Metalopolis is something that both of these players have played so many times, and I just want to mention this for the YouTube viewers in case they weren't able to tune in for that. The fact that it's going to duke it out on this map that both players have played countless times, I mean, that means I think we're going to see a pretty solid game from both players, as there's only so much your opponent can try and trick you with on this map.
Yeah, I agree. You know, less and less we're finding out this new strategy you can do, and this new strategy you can do. But I would never take it away from these players to show us still innovative play and creative play. It's been known to happen. You know, some of the great games that we've seen have been in the later stages of some of the highest profile competition. So I don't like to necessarily say, you know, that, oh, we'll never see anything on here, because like you said at the very beginning, Husky, anything can happen when you've got 2 players of this caliber. But I do agree with you. Probably we're going to be seeing some fairly standard play. Now, so far, we do see the barracks out, first Marine. Now the refinery's going down for Empire.Kas. Oh, 2. So we're going to have double gas coming out by Kas. His first Marine comes out to watch that ramp. We'll find out if HasuObs is going to be able to get in there with the probe and get any more vision. But he's got a gateway up. Cybernetics core about halfway done. And just continuing to chrono boost out those probes.
This is one of those situations where keeping that probe alive for just a little bit longer in that base would have spotted that double gas, or at least delayed it from Empire.Kas. And this really is going to open up several things. I mean, you can get a factory super quickly. He can go for cloak Banshees. And you can see here, Wheat, that he does plan to do some sort of tech, as he's dropping a bunker right now. Has very few units. Doesn't have a barracks or anything like that. I mean, he has the 1 barracks, obviously, but doesn't have multiple barracks inside of his main base. So he is setting up to turtle for just a little bit, just now dropping that factory. And I really think this is a good build on this map, Wheat, because they are close by air, so that really opens up a lot of avenues for Empire.Kas to abuse.
Yeah, and you know, he sees the bunker at the front, and he probably knows, yeah, there could be something going on here. So we're going to definitely keep an eye on HasuObs to find out how he will react as the second gateway goes down. SCV is actually not that far away from that stalker, but okay, now the stalker finds it and goes, hey, you're not supposed to be here, and chases him out of there. He will go down, so no vision inside the base, at least of anything new that he hasn't already seen. Wargate research is on the way, and I wonder what is going through HasuObs' head right now as we see the starport going down almost immediately there for, I'm assuming, some Banshees to come out.
Yeah, and this may be really bad if HasuObs decides to throw down a Nexus. He may have a very difficult time in dealing with what's about to be heading his way. And again, he did see the bunker, so maybe he's expecting his opponent not necessarily to tech towards Banshees, but to instead sit back and get out, I mean, I don't know what, just a more basic ground army. And Empire.Kas is going to be expanding here. So he does have his command center on the way inside of his main base. So if Banshees do begin being produced right away, yes, we do have cloaking being started the second it is done. The timing of this is really good by Kas. We need to see either a forge or more ideally a robotics from HasuObs. We see neither right now.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising because HasuObs has been going for that earlier robotics. Even in the one game, he went Gateway, Psycore, robotics facility. In this case, we have another Gateway going down, but with that Nexus dropping, that, as you said, that does put him back just a little bit. So we're going to see, no, another Gateway goes down And another gateway goes down. Oh my gosh, this could be bad. I mean, we do have cloak too. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is basically going to be like a pro wrestler punching a baby in the face, because at this point, I think what HasuObs is trying to do is he's hoping his opponent's either teching or expanding early, and he's just going to try and punish him with mass gateway units, which can be effective, especially on this map, because you can get a huge arc at the expansion. I feel like HasuObs is getting outplayed here in the mind games by Kas. Trying to get the Banshee here, though. If he could get that, that would be huge. No, it is going to escape the sentries trying to tickle it, but the Stalkers are the ones who really need to do the damage here. And now we have a Robotics on the way, but that cloaking is completed now, Wheat, and all of a sudden HasuObs has got to be sweating bullets.
Oh my gosh, the moment he sees it go dark like that, he knows that he is in big trouble, and now the probes are going to get targeted. The other base is up right now. We should have another Banshee joining in the fun here very, very soon, if we don't already. Actually, sitting back at the main base, so he's just going to try to get as much damage done. He knows and he sees that the robotics facility is actually underway right now, so he's got as long as this cloak will last. I think he needs to keep on targeting those probes. There he goes again, already 10 kills on this Banshee, 11, marking it up to 12, and he'll just, oh, here comes that second one. Now it's going to cloak. This is so bad for HasuObs and so great for Kas right now.
Yeah, and it's really surprising to me to see one of the final games go down like this, because so far we've seen extremely close games, and this just shows you like the importance of StarCraft. This is why it's compared to poker a lot of the times, is trying to make the right decisions with very minimal information, and I feel like HasuObs just got the wrong read on what his opponent was doing, and I don't want to count him out quite yet, but he is definitely at a disadvantage, 33 SCVs to 20 probes, and since HasuObs was relying on a heavy warp gate attack with those 4 warp gates, now he can't even afford to produce off of that very easily, and is forced to get yet another observer here. This is an extremely uncomfortable position. Empire.Kas says, okay, well, I was very successful there. Let's just go ahead and take this gold expansion. Don't even need a planetary fortress. We're just going to beef our way to a huge economic lead.
Yeah, and actually there was a probe from HasuObs that was scouting, but it actually missed the orbital as it was floating over just by a little bit. Another Banshee here doing a ton of damage. These poor sentries tried to get out of there. Finally, we're going to see that observer come out, and he will lose. Oh, he tries to snipe that observer, but thanks to the Guardian Shield, he saves both of them. Excuse me, the sentry. And I hear another one pegging away. That one in between the bases. It will go down too. Now it will be up to Kas. You can see we've got 3 more barracks going down. So suddenly we're going to have the medevacs popping out. We don't need any more of those Banshees. He's got a Raven out. And at this point, I think that he's just going to be able to outproduce and pretty much stomp over HasuObs.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate, Wheat, for HasuObs, because I'm looking at the workers count tab. 26 workers killed by our Terran player, and this game would have been completely different, 180 facing the other way, if there was just an observer a little bit earlier for HasuObs. I think HasuObs was going for that gateway style play. You can see him dropping 2 more gateways, so he is definitely planning to do that anyways, but it's just, he took so much damage from the Banshee, and I feel like that Banshee may have just won Empire.Kas a lot more money and a seeding into the next round, because losing 25 workers, now 26, at the 12-minute mark into a game when your opponent has a high-yield expansion, that's just a difficult situation to come back from.
Yeah, that was a $1,500 Banshee right there. He's gonna be kissing it all the way home to take 3rd place here, and I just can't see HasuObs coming out. I mean, the supply tells the story. 77 for HasuObs right now, 117 for Kas. He's going to make this gold base dry up quicker than the Sahara Desert. It is going to be gone in no time, and he's taking a 3rd at his natural. So even if all this makeup happens and he keeps the chronos just to his probes, and he has made up quite a bit of a deficit there in the worker count, the question is will he have the army that he needs in order to take this push that is inevitable coming out here? Of course, you know, you look at it, a lot of stalkers here. That point defense drone goes down. Assuming that's what he's going to go for. He doesn't quite have enough energy for it quite yet, but with he doesn't have upgrades, so you know, I just don't think he has enough units.
Yeah, here comes the attack right now. That Raven, I think, was the spot for any desperation DTs, but here comes the attack right now. Stim has been used, and the army of HasuObs is melting away, and I just don't think these last remaining Stalkers are going to be enough. Even the point defense drone there, preventing the Stalkers from doing any damage. There's a GG, well played, and the grats by HasuObs, being an extremely manner player here in this series, which is going to end 4-2. I don't think we could have asked for much better games. The last one here, I think, was just HasuObs taking a slight misread on his opponent's build order, and I mean, in this last game, it really was HasuObs just not being prepared for that one Banshee that killed. I mean, essentially, he lost 26 workers right there.
Yeah, it was really nasty. You know, Cloak came at a perfect time. He gave his opponent kind of a false sense of security because Cloak wasn't there when it first came in. And so he's like, okay, I've got the Stalkers. I can deal with this. And then as it goes off the screen, a Cloak finishes. And then it comes back in. It's like, hey, guys, I got a new trick to show you. And that's when we just saw all those workers absolutely melt. You know, Kaz, he went with, think about it, though, Husky. He's like, okay, I just played 5 games. And in all 5 games, I saw 0 aggression out of HasuObs, whether that be, you know, based off of his style, based off of the patch changes, his comfort with that. You know, I don't think I'm going to see aggression here. So I'm going to go ahead, put this bunker at the top of my ramp, go Banshees because I've done all bio the whole game. And I just think it paid off huge for him. Very smart decision by Kaz. And, sometimes you got to take it. It's all about the risk versus reward. And that risk was certainly worth every single penny for the reward.
Yeah, there's just crazy mind games going on between these two players, especially in the last game, because they got a feel for each other, and they tried to do builds that were really good against what they thought their opponent was going to do. Empire.Kas obviously getting the upper hand in that battle, but I do not want to take anything away from HasuObs getting 4th in the TSL, which is a tournament that anyone can participate in and try and get in and win it, basically. So to be able to make it all the way to 4th spot in this Protoss versus Terran, that is no shame at all. So he's only lost to the person who's going to either get 1st or 2nd, and the person who will get 3rd. So that is nothing to take away from HasuObs at all. He really caught his stride in games 3 and 4, but in the last later games, he just kind of lost that momentum he had going. So an up and down series so far, going 2-0, then 2-0 the other way, and then just closing out the series here strongly by Kaz. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I don't know if there's anything else I'm supposed to plug, but I do need to pack up my computer before they kick me out of my apartment, as I only have like an hour left to get out of here. So thank you guys for tuning in and enjoying the show. I think there was 30,000 of you watching a 3rd, 4th place match, which is insane. It's just showing you that StarCraft is probably the best game ever made. And so that's all I have. I just want to say thank you to all the fans out there for watching, and make sure to tune in to the finals tomorrow. They are going to be live with Day 9 as well as Chill, so I will be trying to steal internet to watch that absolutely crazy play in the near future for the finals. And again, guys, stay tuned for TSL number 4. You won't want to miss it. Oh, yeah. I am done talking, Wheat, so go ahead and close us out, but have a great day, everyone.
Yeah, Husky, thanks so much. It was a blast casting with you as usual. It's been great casting the entire TSL3. Don't forget, next week is the TL attack as well, with special guest Liquid TLO. That, of course, will be following the more traditional TL attack that you expect. So TLO playing 1v1s, hence the episode 1. The last time was just kind of a special bring back TSL or the TL attack type thing. And tomorrow, before the finals, join myself and Chill over at onemorgame.tv for Weapon of Choice. It'll be on at 12 p.m. EDT, 2 hours before TSL3. We'll be talking about the GSL finals. We'll be talking about this match and, of course, what we've got coming up for the TSL3. Guys, it's been a blast all season long. Good luck to the players, to the casters tomorrow, and to the audiences. I hope we have awesome games and nerd goosebumps and chills all around. I'm DJ Wheat. Husky, had a blast, dude. We'll see you next time, guys, for the TSL. Peace.